up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J, and this is For Life, episode 4. Now, it's been getting very interesting with my boy Aaron, and hey, we just got to figure out how we're going to make it through this. But before we go any further and jump into the show, hey, shout out to the notification gang. If new to the channel, you want to be a part of this, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you get something every time I upload. And hey, hit the like button. It's right there by the subscribe. Just clink, let's get it. But hey, this is episode 4 of For Life. Let's jump right into it. As we all know, the main focus for Aaron this season is trying to help his boy Jamal get out of jail. They've been friends for 9 years. He's been holding it down. When we first come to the first scene, we actually get to see Marie and her daughter, and they're talking about making some food because Aaron's parents are coming in for the first time. He hasn't seen his mom in 9 years. And the daughter's Jasmine, she's pretty much like, Mom, why are you doing all this? You know what I'm saying? Grandma hasn't came and seen him the whole time he was in jail, so it's not like he cares. But still, it's still his mom, so Marie is like, I still got to do something for her. During all this, the phone rings, and once Marie answers it, it's Jamal. And Jamal's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for Aaron. He ain't answered his cell phone. So Marie's like, oh, okay, Jamal. Nice, nice to finally hear the voice that matches the face. Aaron isn't here right now, but, he'll be here in a minute or whatever. But Aaron actually shows up, and he takes the phone from Jamal. And this is what's going to get interesting. On the phone, Jamal's talking to Aaron. He's like, hey, look, I thought I had more clout than I did while I was in jail, but I don't. So I need a favor from you. There's a guy in here, and his cousin got into some things. I need you to help him get out of court. So if I can get his cousin out of court, people start looking at me like, okay, Jamal, he got some power in here because he's cool with the Armenians. Now, the story is there's this guy, Benjamin, and there was a fight that went on about a parking spot. Now they got to try to get Benjamin out of this situation so it doesn't look bad on the family, but it will help Jamal look good in prison. So this is where it's about to be a lot of running around for Aaron. And he trying to get Jamal out, but Jamal keeps giving him extra stuff to do on top of it. But Jamal held him down while he was in prison, so Aaron's going to do whatever he can to help Jamal while he's in there. As soon as Aaron gets off the call with Jamal, he's getting changed up like, all right, I got to head 2 hours. I got to go meet with this guy, Benjamin. But we already know that everywhere that Aaron goes, he has to check in with his PO. So he has to let his PO know, hey, I'm going 2 hours away. The PO's like, hey, if you go out there, I need proof from the court that shows that you were there. You know what I'm saying? You can just be saying you're going somewhere and you don't even show up. So this is another speed bump that Aaron has to get over. Once he finally gets there, it's 2 hours away. He shows up to the arraignment. He talks to the district attorney, the person that's actually prosecuting Benjamin, and she's telling him, look, this is what happened. There was a little fight, the guy, Benjamin, and his family who they're with, it's a bad family, but this is what it is. If he takes a plea, he'll get out, he'll be guilty, and he'll just have probation. Now, the only thing about this is Benjamin takes this probation. He just told Aaron that, listen, I can't become a felon because I just got my electrical certification. I got to take care of my kids and I got to help out with my mom. So me being a felon would just ruin everything. So for Aaron, he's like, all right, listen, I need to know exactly what happened and we're going to try to get you up out of here. Once they get in front of the judge, Aaron starts breaking it down. And it's another judge that's like, okay, Aaron, I heard how you, saying you manipulated the system and you got out and free, but I'm not impressed here. After they give everything that's Benjamin's done, the judge is like, we'll give you $10,000 bond, which is 10% is only $1,000. Benjamin's like, I can't, he's talking to Aaron, I can't come up with this. So Aaron tells the judge, like, listen, we need to be able to get him out for something that's reasonable. He doesn't have any prior offenses, and he has to be able to take care of his kids. So the judge is like, all right, you know what? We'll do $2,500. Instead of $10,000, we'll do $2,500, which 10% will only be $250. He asked Benjamin, does he have the money or could his mom get his hands on it? And he's like, maybe my mom can, but listen, my family members don't accept anything from them. Giovanni, the guy that's on the case with him that he stood up for during the fight, don't take any money from them because I don't want to have to owe anybody anything. These guys are not people that I need to be on with. This episode, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the relationship between Marie and Aaron and pretty much start filling in the gaps of what went on while my boy Aaron was locked up. So Marie's talking to a friend and she's telling her like, man, I'm trying to open up with Aaron and talk about things, but when I do one thing, he'll just open up, but then he'll just shut down real quick. And it doesn't matter what it's about. Is it about Darius? Is it about his parents? He just isn't opening up. But this could come from him being in prison and, not just being open to talking to everybody and letting everybody know your business. So for Aaron, it's just adapting and getting back to it. But it's interesting that Marie's also worried about these things that are going on. We haven't really heard too much of Aaron's side of how he feels about the relationship or him talking about living with Marie and things, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into it this episode. Aaron now goes up to talk to Benjamin's mom, and Benjamin's mom is telling him, oh, he hasn't been in any trouble. He may have got mixed up with some people, but he's doing good things. He's taking care of his kids. So Aaron asked the mom, would you be able to have $250? And she's like, I may have $400 in my checkbook. I had to go check it. So she goes and checks, and it looks like they may not have the money for it. It's just as simple as that. It's $2,500 bond. They only need $250, but times is hard. Now the guy Giovanni that's on the case, the co-defendant, he's out. He comes into the house and he's talking to Benjamin's mom, and he's like, I'm sorry for all this. I wish it didn't happen. When Aaron starts talking to him, it's like, okay, I'm a lawyer. Do you have any money to help out Benjamin get out? And this guy's response is, nah, I don't, man. Like, I'm on hard times too. I'm out. So it's pretty much Aaron's going to have to figure out how to get this money. Because he can't, he can't do it out of pocket himself. He doesn't really have too much money that he could be spending on this case. This is interesting. I just found out about this. So with the $2,500 bail, Aaron is trying to go to a bail bondsman. But the thing is, it's $250 is the 10%. And most bail bondsmen, they're not going to do anything for less than $500. So Aaron calls Henry's like, hey, is there any way we can get like Richardson to send some money to another account? And Henry's like, nah, we can't do that. And the reason the judge took it from $10,000 to $2,500 is because the less amount of money, most bail bondsmen aren't going to work with it. So this is like, it's another stop in the road because the bail bondsman is not going to do it for $250. He also explains to Aaron that, listen, we can't get any money from Richardson because it's going to look like a conflict of interest if we're paying this. And if something goes wrong, then it's like, oh, well, And then also, this guy's tied to an Albanian crime family. So that's our answer. So we got to figure out what we're going to do now, because if we can't get this 250, then my boy's going to be just sitting in jail. Marie and Mama Aaron, they finally meet up. She comes to the house, and now they're just talking, just catching back up, but it's really not catching back up. They're kind of throwing jabs at each other. So Mama Aaron, she talks to Marie, and she's like, does it feel a little weird, with Aaron coming home, you shacked up with his best friend after 9 years? And Marie's like, wait a minute. You can't use that against me. How about his mother that never visited him for the time he was locked up? Pretty much, they both came up to an agreement of, how about we just put this in the box and we don't discuss it? We both made mistakes, but let's be women and move forward and be here to support Aaron. After a long day of traveling back and forth, 2 hours up, 2 hours back, going to meet with Benjamin's mom, Aaron finally gets to the house. When he gets to the house, his PO is there, and we already know he's an ass. Like, hey, Aaron, I need the documents before I go home today. This is the last thing I need to see. Aaron pulls out court documents that shows that he was supposed to show up for this case. It wasn't saying that he was there, it was just saying that he was supposed to be there. The PO is going to say, well, I need more evidence than this next time. So Aaron, he's frustrated with it, like, hey, dog, I'm doing my job. This is how I get paid. If I miss this, I'm not getting paid. But what do you want me to do? Take a selfie in the courtroom? Like, hey, judge, I'm here. Let me get a picture with you. So it's just pretty much this. The PO, we already know that he was put on this case to stay on top of Aaron because he's a black guy, and they couldn't have a white guy on top of Aaron as much because the white guy set up Aaron, the white cops. Oh man, this ain't good for Aaron. Every chance you look, is just something else is stopping him. Aaron and his mother have a heart to heart now, and she's pretty much, she sees him, and it's been 9 years. She's just amazed that he's still healthy. He looks good. So you know how it is. A mother hasn't seen her son, regardless if she did something bad. But the whole thing was she didn't want to see Aaron locked up like that. Now, if I was to get locked up, I would still want to see my mother. Even though I know she don't want to see me like this, 9 years, I'm going to have to be able to see something. My wife then moved on with my best friend. Like, my dad's coming up here, but I haven't seen my mom. So it's just a heart to heart. And Aaron's like, man, I forgive you for it. I'm not going to hold anything negative against you because it's like, hey, we just got to move forward right now. We can't keep looking back in the past. The next morning, Marie's taking a shower. Aaron's in the bed chilling, just relaxing, man. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I got to figure things out. The phone rings and it turns out to be Darius. Now, Darius, they're in a different like little situation now. They used to be best friends, but I mean, after someone messes with your wife, dates your wife, it's like that's off limits to me. But Darius tells Aaron like, "Hey, look, I asked Marie for your number because I wanted to text you and saying talk to you, get some things straight. We used to be boys, so let's figure this out." But for Aaron, it's like, I really ain't trying to talk to you right now. So he tells him, "Hey, I'll give you a call back." But what do you think you're supposed to do? Like, you lived with my wife for a year. Y'all thought I was guilty. Like all y'all came together and just left me in prison. So that's a tough situation right there. I would never want to be in that situation. Now, being he's paranoid now because he doesn't have the bail and he's just stuck in here, but he really wants to figure out what's going on with my kids. I got to make sure my kids are straight. So since he can't get out, Aaron's like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure your kids are straight first. Once we got them taken care of, then we're going to get on your case and we're going to try to get you out of here. But being as he's listen, don't accept any money from Giovanni and his family. I don't want to have to owe him. Me and my kids, we just want to be, saying hands free. What I did, I didn't know it was wrong. I was just there trying to break up a fight for a parking spot, and I'm the one in jail. Don't take any money from them. Let's figure this out. Let's get my kids safe. And Aaron's like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get your kids, we're going to get them set, and then we're going to worry about you. Aaron sits down with Henry, and they start discussing what's going on. Now, Aaron, we know his loyalty is to Jamal. This whole thing that he's doing is to get Jamal out. Now he's taking the Benjamin case to give Jamal some power on the inside of prison. And Henry's like, I understand that and I respect it, man. I'm just glad to be back and studying law and practicing law. Then we start to see Aaron open up. I told you this episode we're going to see a little bit deeper into his relationship. So he talks to Henry about, hey, what should I do? Because I want to talk to Marie about Darius living there, about me and her and moving forward. And Henry's like, man, I understand where you're coming from, but you don't want any advice from me, man. Look at me, like I'm just about to have Thanksgiving with a few other guys that I ain't got no family to go home to, man. You'll figure it out. Just be able to relax yourself and talk to Marie because that's what adults got to do. And I don't know. The whole situation is funny. I mean, I won't say funny, but it sucks for Aaron. You did 9 years. You weren't guilty. You get out. Your wife is dating your boy, your best friend. There's just a lot of stuff on top of your head. And then you trying to get your other best friend who turned out to be your real best friend out of jail. All of this has been weighing in on Aaron's head. So I didn't talk to Henry. I don't know. I talked to Darius. I talked to Marie, and I don't know what I want to do. So in the middle of the night, Aaron goes over while Marie goes downstairs to make something in the kitchen. And I won't say he's wrong for it, but me personally, I'm not going to go through anybody's phone. Aaron goes through Marie's phone and he scrolls down to Darius's conversation. She hasn't deleted none of these conversations. He sees where Darius is like, hey, can I get Aaron's number so I can text him? And Marie's like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. But he scrolls back, and this is where it's going to hit him hard in the chest. You know what I'm saying? That heart's going to just crumble up and balled up. He starts reading back, and he's going through the conversations. And you can hear Marie's voice and Darius's voice talking about, oh, we need to go to the parent teacher conference. Don't forget this. Do you want to cook tonight? Darius is like, no, let's go pick up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go do some pickup tonight. You cooked the other night. I love you. I love you this. So Aaron's just reading this, and he's like, this is what was going on while I was in prison. My best friend and my wife, the two that were supposed to be there for me, have got a relationship and built a family using my kid. Like, that's my daughter. You're in there living. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. I know it can hurt. I know it hurts. It's Thanksgiving time. They look like they eating good. Everybody at the table, they got all this lovely food. Aaron's father's about to cut the turkey open, and Aaron's mom like, no. Before we do that, we gotta, we gotta pray. You gotta, hey, bless the food, baby. Aaron's dad like, can we do it after we get a full plate? But anyway, while they're doing this, Marie's telling everybody how glad she's that Aaron is back, that she has Aaron, Jasmine, they got a family together. She never thought she would see this day. And Mama Aaron's like, well, I guess it's my turn. And she starts doing the same thing. Like, I'm just so glad my son is back. I apologize for not seeing you and everything. It's just so tough. So she sits down with Aaron and is like, I apologize for all this. And Aaron keeps telling her, I'm trying to move forward. I'm not worried about that. I understand why you didn't come, but look, we're here now. Let's just move forward. So the mom is very, very hurt. Like any sane mother, any normal mother would be the same way. I haven't seen my son in 9 years, and I didn't go visit him. You got to make up for it. There's no way around it. You got to make up for it now. This right here was interesting to me. Back in his office, Aaron actually calls the prosecutor for the Benjamin case. And while he's on the phone with her, she's like, there's no deal. But listen, there is a witness that could testify for Benjamin that knows everything that happened. But the only thing is she doesn't want to testify. So Aaron is like, what? Why is this? If this will get Benjamin out, maybe I can go up there and, try to talk to her. So Aaron, he goes all the way up there. And once he meets with the lady, she starts telling him like, yeah, I was pretty much, threatened to not testify. But it turns out it wasn't Benjamin that did it. It was Giovanni, the guy that was actually in the fight. He threatened her like, hey, don't testify. Pretty much throwing Benjamin up under up under the bus. Let Benjamin take this. I get to stay out of jail. So for Aaron, he does what he does best. He talks to the lady, figures the situation out, and it's like, hey, listen, this guy, Benjamin, he's a good guy. He has kids. He's going to jail for something he didn't do. I need you to talk. I need you to come and testify. And what does she do? She listens to Aaron. Man, this dude is hella good. Hella good, man. Aaron heads up. He sees Benjamin, and it's just like that. Hey, guess what? You don't have a bail, you don't have a bond, but what you are free. And Benjamin's like, how? Aaron's like, hey, listen, the lady, I had her come up and testify, so you don't even have to go to court. You're free. Your kids are good. But Giovanni, he's not your friend, man. Don't hang around him. This guy's not for you. He was going to let you sit in jail. He paid her not to testify. So Benjamin's like, oh, man. So the best thing for Benjamin is he tells Aaron thank you, gives him a pat on the shoulder. He goes to get his kids, go back, take care of his family. So anybody out there, some people out there that you may be iffy on, watch who your friends are, because everybody isn't your friend. Here's the time where Darius and Aaron, they actually meet up. When they get in the car, it's kind of awkward at first because you don't know which way Aaron's going to take it if you're Darius. While Aaron's in there, he gives Darius a check and says, listen, here goes the money. I'm going to slowly pay you off for all the lawyer fees that you paid while I was in jail in the beginning. And Darius is still kind of like, I'm your boy, man. I'm not going to accept this. I did this for you. But Aaron's like, no. I'm taking a different direction. What made you, my boy, I've known for 40 years, talk to my wife while I was in jail? Is it because you guys thought I was guilty and you moved on? And Darius is like, nah, man, there's not one day that went by that I didn't want you home. It's just we were around each other and the relationship started. So Aaron wants to know who started the relationship. And Darius is like, I did, man. It was all me. But Aaron's, he sees right through the BS and it's like, man, I've known you for 40 years, bro. You were my best friend. You didn't start this, man. She did. So now Aaron is really, really hurt. Because, okay, if it's your boy, it's like, dang, I got to get rid of my boy. I can't hang with him if that's the decision he's going to make. But if it's your wife and she has your child and she didn't think that you were innocent and just moved on like that, yeah, that really hurts. So for Aaron, he tells Darius, just get out the car, man. And it's just, this hurts, man. I'm glad I ain't never been in that situation and I don't want to. Hey, listen, fellas, if your homeboy gets locked up, don't mess with his baby mama, his wife. There's a lot of other women out there, bruh. Leave her for him if he ever gets out. Here we go, the moment of truth, the big collision. Aaron finally talks to Marie about what's going on and what's been going on. When he comes into the house, she asks him, oh, how was the case? But Aaron is like, no. I met with Darius today, and there's a few things I had to get straight with him. So he starts talking to her about, listen, all this happened, and out of everybody, you could have had any man that you wanted, but you chose my best friend. After you already know my other boy stabbed me in my back. Not only did you do that, you packed up all my stuff before I even went to an appeal, so you wrote me off. Now Marie starts to cry, and she's like, oh, well, there was no secrets in my text messages. Well, of course there was a secret in your text message. You never showed him those text messages. So that's one thing. And then she's talking about, oh, you left me out here with nobody. He was there for me to love. Aaron's like, listen, I was in jail. Y'all left me with nothing. Like you talking about let's move forward like nothing happened, but it did happen. You chose my best friend, and that is just tough for Aaron. And for that, Aaron's like, man, I'm gonna have to move out. I can't live here right now until I figure out what I want to do, because it's just gonna be tough. Then he has to go and tell Jasmine about it. Like, hey, I'm moving out, man. I gotta go get my mind right because this just isn't the place for me to be living right now. In the end, Aaron tells his daughter that he's moving out. He packs up the few things he has and he moves to his office. He texts his PO, lets his PO know, like, hey, things have been going wrong. I'm gonna be staying in my office from now. They show Jamal. Jamal got a little bit of power in prison now. So shoot, everything's looking up for Jamal. But for Aaron, he's gonna be at the office. So we know he's about to work overtime. He's about to be working harder than ever to try to figure out how can I get my boy Jamal out. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. All right, there you go. The episode 4 for life. The recap. Comment below. Do you think Aaron was too wrong for that, for leaving the house? Cause I know hey, it's gonna be tough, man. Comment below. Let me know what you think about that. But hey, that's episode 4 for life. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, you like the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. Let's hit that like button. Let's get the algorithm up. Let's go. Let's go. But hey, thanks for watching. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. I'm IJ, and I'm out.
Jamie on the beat, boy.